We know it's a touchy subject. Theron Shan is a companion in popular romance, and nobody likes to hear their favorite character trashed on the internet, but let's face it. The traitor arc isn't his finest hour. He does some pretty terrible things, and some pretty stupid things. And you don't have to be a teenage edgelord to find it hard to forgive and forget. This is Christina with CK Outpost, and here are a few reasons you might feel it's justified to leave him on Nathema to die, or at least kick him out of the Alliance. And beware, heavy spoilers ahead for the Ayakath Nathema arc. The so-called traitor arc is your standard spy thriller fare. Sometime after the events of the Eternal Throne, Theron learns of a mysterious group called the Order of Zildrog. And they're up to no good. Worse still, they're working with a former Gemini droid who can eavesdrop on all Alliance communications, no matter how secure. The obvious solution, of course, is for Theron to act alone to infiltrate the Order and uncover their nefarious plans before it's too late. But when his attempts to join the Order are rebuffed by its leader, Vin Atris, Theron knows he needs to up his game to win their trust. His bold new plan? Kill the Alliance commander. That might be enough to make some people want to kill him right there, but it gets worse. Much worse. You see, he knows he needs something showy to impress the Zildrogs, but he wants to cover his tracks, too. He decides Ayakath, yes, that lousy droid planet we all hoped we'd seen the last of, as just what he's looking for. Specifically, a throne for blowing up the commander, and a convenient superweapon for covering his tracks. So now he sets his plan in motion. He leaks information to the Alliance, the Republic, and the Empire about that superweapon located somewhere on the planet's surface, knowing that none of them will be able to resist trying to claim it. And he's right. On cue, they all show up, and predictably, the Republic and the Empire start shooting each other. And depending on the commander's choices, either Empress Acina or Jace Malcolm, Theron's own father, is killed. The end result? All-out war. Sure, it was probably going to happen anyway, eventually, but in the event, it was Theron who kicked things off, and he did so deliberately. But to be fair, the war did do a good job of covering his actions, so there's that, I guess. But if galactic war isn't enough, he also stirs up trouble among the Chiss. He tricks one of the houses,
for House in Rokini!
Yes, that one, into helping steal a dangerous relic. Then sets them on the Alliance commander, knowing full well they're going to certain doom. He's a spy, and spies need to do questionable things sometimes, sure, but Theron's body count is pretty high at this point. And a light side commander especially might take exception to Theron's ends justify the means attitude. Of course, the death of a bunch of nameless, faceless NPCs that we'll never see is one thing, but Theron makes it personal when he seemingly tries to kill the Alliance commander, our PC. The first time is the aforementioned throne incident on Ayakath, where he blows up a throne while the commander is using it. Mind you, only minutes earlier we see either Acina or Jace Malcolm killed outright when the throne they're sitting on blows up. But if you need even more proof, Ilara tells a trooper commander that they're lucky to have survived and will need yet more treatment to heal all the damage. The second attempt comes on Umbara, where Theron lures the commander onto a flying train, then crashes it into a mountain. Yes, he shoots out a window first, but jumping who knows how many feet from a speeding train is just as likely to result in death or a serious injury as staying on board. In either case, your chances are pretty slim. The situation gets even worse when you realize that there are several hundred hostile soldiers and beasts waiting to attack when the commander gets to the ground. Now on Nathema, Theron says he knew the commander would survive. He had faith. But the chances that the commander would die or suffer serious injury from the fake assassination attempts are so high that his actions come off as reckless, irresponsible, or just plain stupid. And certainly not every commander is going to take kindly to his cavalier attitude to their health. But I can tell some of you are still not convinced. You're screaming at your monitor that he had to do all those things to protect the Alliance and the commander, and I'm just a big fat meanie pants for not loving him for it. Alright then, let's look at what happens once he's finally inside the Order. Theron says that he needed to stop them from the inside, but he ignores one of his best chances to do just that. On Capero, he recovers a map that will lead the Zildrogs to their superweapon, Zildrog himself. Does he destroy the map, Or, if that would have been pointless because Gemini 16 was watching and therefore saw the coordinates, does he at least send a copy to the Alliance, allowing them to swoop in and end the Zildrog's plans before they even get started? Nope. He transmits the map data to the Zildrogs and destroys the original, leaving the hapless Alliance scrambling to piece it back together. And over the next several months, Theron maintains his cover, helping the Order move their base to Nathema, waiting while people from all around the galaxy join up. Only once the Order is ready to activate Zildrog does he send a message to the Alliance, and by the time the Commander and company get to Nathema, it's nearly too late. Zildrog is active and fully functional. The Commander manages to destroy him, but not before he blows up the Eternal Fleet, and because the gravestone is part of Zildrog, it gets obliterated too. It's a victory, sure, but by waiting until the last minute, Theron cost the Alliance its power and influence, and that didn't need to happen. And if that weren't bad enough, it turns out Theron could have told Lana and the Commander everything without Scorpio Jr. seeing it. All he had to do was use the super secret code he and Lana developed on Rishi, like he did when he sent that last message to the Alliance. Meaning, none of this plot needed to happen at all. Now, the writing here is undeniably bad, to be sure, but in universe, Theron just looks like an idiot. So there you have it. Just a few reasons some people might leave Theron to die or kick him out of the Alliance. What do you think? Agree with me? Or am I really just a big old mini-pants? Well, either way, let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, leave us a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.